As you know, the iPhone 13 just dropped not too long ago. And while there might have been a lot of improvements, upgrades, and additions, mainly just the improved camera and the designs, that big-ass notch is still there. And seriously, at this point, it's just really annoying. I mean, even Android phones have been able to get rid of it some few years back. And not only that, but we still don't even have a USB Type-C charger yet on any of the flagships. I mean, what are they even doing there at Apple? But it's not all bad news. And in fact, the iPhone 14 rumors have just started peaking. And we're hearing some exciting things that just might revolutionize the tech space. So stick to the end to see the amazing features the iPhone 14 might be getting. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click the like and subscribe button to see more amazing videos like this. And if you want to get our latest juicy videos before anyone else, click the little bell icon too. We've got some pretty interesting things coming up I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss. Number 1. iPhone Notch. So as you all know, we've been enduring this big-ass notch for a while now, and things have gotten to the limit for me. It's not only the fact that it cuts into the display of so many things, but the fact that I have to stare at it for so long, and it's getting quite annoying. But according to the sources close to Apple's South Korean screen factory, the iPhone 14 6.1-inch phone, the Pro, and the 6.7-inch Pro Max are expected to have the hole punch at the top center of the front camera. And that means we're finally getting rid of the notch after all this time. And I'm sure that sounds like good news to a lot of people, including myself. But it also means that there might be a whole lot of complications too. Earlier this year, Apple stated that even for that reduced notch size, they had to rearrange so many components just to be able to fit them all in the new notch. So, unless Apple is going to abandon their entire Face ID technology just for a hole punch, I don't think it's a possibility yet. But we'll see what happens. Number 2. The lineup. In this year's lineup of the iPhone 13, Apple made available 4 phones. The iPhone 13 mini, which is 5.4 inches, a really small phone to fit in the palm of your hands. The iPhone 13 Standard and Pro, which are both 6.1 inches. And the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is 6.7 inches in size. All of which did well in sales except the iPhone 13 mini. Which isn't surprising at all, because who'd want a really small phone that's easy to carry, light, and can fit really easily into your pocket without having to create this huge bulge in your pants, but what do I know? So, according to recent rumors, Apple's thinking of scrapping the mini series altogether to provide new lineups for the iPhone 14. So the iPhone 14 will just be having a Standard, a Pro, a Max, and a Pro Max iteration. Apparently, the iPhone 14 Max will have the same screen size as the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but of course inferior in terms of specs. Number 3. The design. According to rumors, Apple has gone all out to give us an even bigger upgrade than they have over the last few years. On this one, except for the notch and the titanium body Apple has said to have integrated into the new iPhone 14 lineups, we might be seeing a newer, slicker, and even more round-edged iPhone series. The camera bumps are said to be gone, giving it a much flatter surface like the iPhone 4's back. But doing this will definitely make the iPhone 14 a lot thicker, and I don't think Apple would want that. So what I'm thinking is they'll probably remove the big camera bump and place the lens directly on the iPhone. Similar to the S22 Ultra leak going around the internet. We'll also be getting much rounder buttons like on the iPhone 4. Number 4. The specs. Apple never fails to give us the best stuff, so unsurprisingly the new iPhone 14 is expected to feature an even more impressive chipset and an even more advanced A16 chip. Reports say it might be Apple's first 4nm chip, with the A15 being 5nm. And one of the advantages of a smaller chipset is that it reduces the chip's digital footprint while simultaneously offering better efficiency, performance, and that much-needed battery life. So in short, the smaller, the better. And as for the storage, Apple might actually be thinking of creating the first iPhone with 2 terabytes of storage, doubled from the current ceiling of 1 terabyte. And Apple is doing this because of the suggested higher quality camera, which will shoot 8K videos and will definitely require a lot of storage to do so. Number 5. The camera. All the way back from the iPhone 6s onward, Apple has included a 12-megapixel main camera sensor at the back of their phones. And even though it sounds surprising, especially considering their counterparts have 48, 50, and even 108-megapixel cameras, Apple still has the edge in some cases, especially when it comes to night mode on their cameras. But next year on the new iPhone 14 phones, Apple might be taking a huge leap and including a 48-megapixel lens for the sole reason of shooting 8K quality videos. And if that's the case, Apple will be leading a new world frontier in camera quality no one has seen before, at least on a smartphone. And according to their engineers, this extraordinary feat will be done using a 4-to-1 bidding method, which means that the photos you'll get will be technically 12 megapixels in size, but when the camera needs the extra resolution, it can use it. Apple also stated that these upgrades will be better suited for AR or MR devices to increase the user experience, as it would have much more data points to capture, which I think also translates to the introduction of Apple glasses. Blue light performance and beaming mode would be improved because of this addition, by featuring 2.5 micron-sized pixels from 1.9 pixels. Except from that, we might finally be getting a periscope lens, which could allow us to zoom up to 50 times on the new camera. Crazy, right? Number 6. The screen features. I don't know how Apple's going to outdo itself in the upcoming series, but the iPhone 13 Pro's ProMotion tech that offers 120Hz refresh rate is going to be a tough one to beat. But the engineers at Apple are boasting of an even more impressive feature on the iPhone 14. The ProMotion tech is said to be included on all of the iPhone 14 lineups. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max will have an even more impressive screen resolution and refresh rate. We've also heard that Touch ID might be back, and just like with the iPad Air and Mini 6, we might be finally getting it back on the iPhone 14, which is refreshing, especially with the struggles of unlocking your phone with face masks. This new Touch ID might be embedded within the power on button by the side of the phone, and might even be under the screen for the Pro models. Another thing we might finally be seeing on the iPhone 14 phones, which everyone, and I mean everyone, has been waiting to see in the past 2 years, is the USB-C port. This would not only save money on buying new chargers every time you lose your iPhone charger, but it'll also allow faster charging than Lightning cables, and damn near universal flexibility with your gadgets and third-party accessories. So 2022 is definitely a year to look forward to. Number 7. Smarter features. The Apple A series chips have always been a powerhouse, and with the introduction of the iPhone 14, we might be seeing a much upgraded AI side for the iPhone lineups. And this will mean a smarter and more responsive Siri that can even compete with the Google Assistant, as well as smarter features and a more intuitive way to serve data and services that iPhone users want. We'll also be seeing faster connectivity, as Apple is integrating a Qualcomm Snapdragon X65 modem, which will allow speeds of 1.25 gigabytes per second, which in the real world won't be possible until, let's say, in 4 or 5 years' time. And if you're still using your iPhone 14 by then the 5G speeds will have finally caught up. Talk about future-proofing. Also featured is Wi-Fi 6E connectivity that'll allow high-speed connection and a seamless high-speed wireless connectivity for Apple's upcoming VR headset. Number 8. Car crash detection. Just like with its satellite connection that might be coming to the iPhone 14, we might actually see a car crash detection system on this next-generation phone, which will take data from the accelerometer and the gyroscope and automatically call the emergency service when your iPhone detects it's been in a car crash. This is an amazing feature that might seem redundant until you actually need it. And that concludes our video for today. So, which of these iPhone 14 features are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Thank you and have a nice day.